Hello students. In the last video we discussed about the in-text numerical questions on photoelectric effect. Okay, before going to that, some students asking what about the textbooks. Okay, we are following the here textbook for intermediate first year. That is we are going to follow the Telugu Academy textbook only, not the CBSE. So some syllabus from CBSE and for Telugu Academy both are same, but few topics are not there in the CBSE and some few topics are added in the Telugu Academy textbook. So we are following for Sem 1, Sem 2 Telugu Academic textbook only. Okay. Now in the last class, in the numeric, if you see the numericals in the photoelectric effect, okay, after listening the video you can work out the problems backside of textbook questions. We have some few of numericals. Okay, in page number 41 you can see the question number 20, that is related to photoelectric effect. Here you can see electrons are emitted with zero velocity from a metal surface when it is exposed to radiation of wavelength 400 angstroms. Okay, what is the threshold frequency? Mu naught. Okay, so already we discussed in photoelectric effect what is the threshold frequency. Okay, they are asking mu naught. Now what is given there? The electrons are exposed, okay, having the wavelength when the radiation of how much? 400 angstrom, having the zero velocity. So velocity 0 means how going to substitute? How you are going to substitute? Here we have the formula about kinetic energy equal to E minus E naught, isn't it? So kinetic energy means what? Half mv square. So their velocity is 0. Okay. So here I am not going to discuss total problem. You have to work out. Okay. They are asking the threshold frequency mu naught. Next, come to the another question on the photoelectric effect. We can see the question number here 49. You can see the question number 49. Okay, 49. What is the given here? The question number 49. Question number 49. What is given? That is page number how much? You can see the page number 42. Okay. Now what is given the question? The work function for cesium atom is 1.9 electron volt. Okay. Now what is the work function? Okay, let us first let us read the question totally. Calculate the threshold frequency of the radiation. Okay, if the cesium element is irradiate with a wavelength of 500 nanometers, calculate the kinetic energy of the ejected photoelectrons. Okay, so what's it given? They are asking about the kinetic energy of ejected electrons. Okay, so what is the data given there? They given some wavelength, how much that is? 500 nanometers. Now here you should remember the work function for cesium atom is how much? 1.9 electron volts. So already we discussed work function means E naught. In our video already mentioned work function nothing but E naught. Okay, that is energy given how much? 1.9 electron volt. Okay, so if you want to calculate kinetic energy in the joules means just go for the conversion. 1 electron volt equal to how much? How many joules means? 1.602 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Means here you have the E naught. Okay, so already here we have the lambda. So kinetic energy equation, we have a kinetic energy equal to E minus E naught, isn't it? Okay, so E naught already is there, so you need the E, but E, did they given directly? No, but we know very well formula. Once the lambda given mean, you can convert as E equal to what? We have the formula. Okay, just work it on. Okay, just do the problem so you can get the clarity on the problems. Okay, next, so continuation of our last class. So here So if you go for the first video, here we're talking about the, so we already discussed how to start the Bose model directly. So before going to that, we discussed during the formulation of Bose model, there are two development when one is dual character of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so for that already we came to know what is electromagnetic radiation, how they are going to produce, and dual character means once having the wave nature and particle nature. Okay, this part we completed. Next one, here we have the second point, experimental results regarding atomic spectra which can be explained only by assuming quantized electronic energy levels in atom. Okay, now let us discuss what is this development. Okay, now so continuation of our last topic. Now here evidence for the quantized electronic energy level, nothing but atomic spectra here. So here what is, let us come to know what is the meaning of quantized electronic energy level. So before come to know the meaning of this sentence, we have few terminology here. Okay, let us discuss. Here first we have the here spectrum. What is spectrum here? It is an image. Okay, what is it? Is an image recorded when a ray of white light is passed through a prism. Since ordinary white light consists of waves with all the wavelengths in the visible range, a ray of white light is spread out into a series of colored bands called spectrum. So what is the meaning of spectrum here? Simply it is a type of an image. Okay, so what happened when white light is passed through a prism, it is going to spread out in different of wavelength of radiations. This image is called as a what? Spectrum. Now white light when it's passed through the prism, you know very well we are getting the VGR. Okay, now if you see the frequency, what happened from top to bottom? Frequency decreases. Frequency decreases means what happened? Lambda going to be increases. Okay, okay, here we have the types of spectrums. One is what? Continuous spectrum. Means what? In this what happened? In this spectrum, what happened? One band merged into another band without any gap. Means what happened? In the spectrum, you can see we are getting some bands. Okay, what happened? That one band is merged into another without any gap. Okay, let us see the example rainbow. Okay, you know very well in the rainbow we can see the colors like violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, isn't it? So what happened in the rainbow? If you see what happened, we can't see the any gap between these colors, isn't it? We can't see any gap between this band. Okay, violet band will be violet, what violet band can be merged into indigo, indigo can be merged into blue. Okay, so this type of spectrum is called as a what? Continuous spectrum. Next we have the another type of spectrum called discontinuous spectrum. So what happened? Name itself indicating discontinuous means there is no any continuity. So it has distinct and well-defined lines with gap. Okay, so for example, if you take the hydrogen spectrum, okay, what is the hydrogen spectrum? What is that one? I will discuss in the next video or continuation of this one. So in this what happened? If you see this image, what happened? In this we have the well-defined distinct lines are there. But what happened? There is some gap in this. Okay, this type of spectrum is called as a what? Discontinuous spectrum. So for the continuous spectrum, example is what? Rainbow. For discontinuous spectrum, we have the what example? Hydrogen spectrum. So we are going to learn detail about the hydrogen spectrum, nothing but discontinuous spectrum. Next. Okay, now another terminology is what? Spectrometer. Means what? The spectra is recorded by an instrument called spectrometer. Means spectrometer is nothing but what? An instrument. Okay. With that you are going to record spectra. That is called as a spectrometer. Now, next terminology is what? Spectroscopy. So what is spectroscopy here? So it is the study of interaction between radiations, nothing but electromagnetic radiations and matter. So what happened? Here already we come to know what is electromagnetic radiations, okay? That electromagnetic radiation you are going to pass some matters, okay? So what happened? Now you are going to learn how the matter going to absorb, how much amount is going to absorb, how much going to emit, scattering of light, how much is going to done. All these are you are going to learn. That study is called as a spectroscopy. So it is the study of the interaction between radiations, nothing but electromagnetic radiations and matter. Okay. Now what is the next point? It is used for understanding absorption or emission or scattering of electromagnetic radiation by matter qualitatively or quantitatively. You should be very careful with these two words, okay? Qualitatively, quantitative means what here? For example, you're taking the 1 kg of normal rice or 1 kg of some basmati rice, okay? So what happened? You can see the quantity for both are same, but what happened? Quality going to be vary, okay? Next, if you say quantitatively means what? For example, you take the 1 kg of some biryani rice, 5 kg of biryani rice. So what happened? Quality is same, but there is quantity is different, okay? So here you are going to learn, it is used for what? Spectroscopy is used for understanding absorption or emission or scattering of electromagnetic radiations. Means if electromagnetic radiations are passing on a matter, how much is going to absorb or emit or scattering done, that you can learn, you can see quantitatively and qualitatively, okay? Next, here come to now classification of types of spectra, okay? Here spectra word means plural, spectrum is singular, okay? So sometime I will use the spectra and spectrum, so don't get confused now. So now to come to classification spectra, here we have the absorption spectra, emission spectra, okay? Again, emission spectra is two types, line spectrum, band spectrum, okay? Now let us discuss all these spectra one by one, okay? Now come to here, absorption spectra, okay? Name itself indicating some absorption is there, okay? So how we are going to record the absorption spectra means, if you take the white light, okay, some of you are taking the electromagnetic radiations, that to cold gas means we are not going to heat the gas. So what happens? Some portion of light is absorbed, going to be absorbed. That is recorded, the image is called as a what? Absorption spectra. Now come to emission spectra. Emission spectra what? Here it is only possible when atoms are excited. Means what? You are going to heat or you are going to give some energy, okay? For absorption spectra, you are not going to heat, okay? You are taking the cold gas. But for emission spectra, you are going to give some energy, either you are going to heat, okay? So what happened here? So once you got the atoms are getting some energy, means they are going to excited. Excited means what happened? They are going to, from the lower orbit, they are going to upper orbit. Don't worry, I will discuss this again in the next video. So it is only possible when atoms are excited. Means what happened? Atoms are going from the lower orbit to upper orbit. For example, you know very well, okay, we have the nucleus, okay. So if you take the nucleus, we have the orbit, first orbit, second orbit and third orbit like this, okay. So what happened when, for example, electron is present here, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, okay. This is the first orbit. When you are going to heat, by absorbing the energy, electron is going to upper orbit, okay. So what happened here? Upper orbit means what happened here? It got the energy, it went to upper orbit. Here the electrons are very unstable. Why? Because means they got the more energy. Okay. In our chemistry, you have to learn, you have to remember that more energy means what? Unstable. Okay. Less stable. For example, come to our case. For example, you got the fever. So what happened? At that time, you have the less energy. So your stability is more, isn't it? Because you will stick to a bed only. So you can find, for example, X person where means okay, he got the fever and he dedicated to particular room only. But when you are active, what happened? You will move here and there. So what happened? Stability is less, isn't it? So when electrons are got energy, they are going to upper orbit, and upper orbit what happened? Energy is more. So in our chemistry, each atom want to get the stability. So what happened? In upper orbit, energy is more. It's want to come down. Okay. During this, when it is come down, when it's coming to lower orbit, it's going to emit radiations. That radiations recorded some image. That spectra is called as what? Emission spectra. Okay. Now, so what happened here? Excited atoms are not stable. Just not all. Excited atoms means having the more energy. They are not stable. So what happened? To stabilize atoms, what happened? To stabilize atoms reduces their energy by emitting radiations. Just now I told means once electrons went upper orbit means it having the more energy, it is coming down. Why it has to become means to get the stability. Okay. So when coming down, what happened? It's going to lose some energy. So what happened? This radiation. So what happened? While coming down, it's going to emit some radiations. This radiation emitted by excited atoms is known as what? Emission spectrum. So if you regard the spectrum, at that time what happened? You are getting the emission spectrum. So here we are taking the hot gas. Okay, it contains excited atom, but because means having the more energy. So on losing energy, what happened? These emitted radiations we are regarding as a what? Emission spectra. Okay. Now let us see the differences between the absorption spectra and emission spectra. Okay. Here absorption spectra what? It is due to absorption of transmitted light. Okay. What is the transmitted light is this? It's going to absorb some amount. Okay. So because of that you are getting the spectra. It is due to what? Emission of light. Just now we discussed excited atoms are unstable. So to get the stability, they are coming down. They are going to emit some radiations. So that spectra is called what? Emission spectra. Now it's very important. It contains dark lines on the bright background. Okay. Now come to emission spectra. What is it? It contains bright lines on the dark background. Okay. Here. Now, what is the meaning of that one means? Okay. Let us see the figure in our textbook. Okay. Here you can find the two figures. Here, figure number you can see in textbook. Okay. Here you can see the figure number 1.10. So what is there here? Okay. Here you can see here you can see the image. That is what here. We have the emission spectrum, absorption spectrum. Okay. So what happened here? Here first one, this is about emission spectrum. So emission spectrum, what we are taking with an excited sample. Okay. Excited sample means what? You have given some energy. The electrons are excited. So that is called a sample is what? Excited sample. Okay. From that some rays are coming. That is slit, then prism. Here you can see the film detector. But you are going to see the photographic plate. You can see here. Here you can see what happened here. The background is what? Black. But here you can see the white lines. Okay. So you can see bright lines on what? Dark background in case of what? Emission spectra. Very important. For the emission spectra, we have the bright line. You can see some white color here, isn't it? Because this indicate what? The radiations are emitted. Okay. So bright line. Okay, you have here what? You have the bright lines on the what? Dark background. Background is what? Here total we have the dark. Now come to here. Absorption spectra. You can see here. What is there? It contains dark lines on the bright background. Here see. The background total is what? Here we have the bright. But here we have the dark. Some black lines are there. Okay. So for the absorption spectra, we have the what? Bright background and dark line. For example, for this, in a dark room, okay, it only take one touch. Okay, focus on a particular one object or body. What happened? Total background will be what? Very bright. But when the object, for example, shadow, the shadow indicating what? That particular amount of energy or radiations observed. So background is what? Very bright, and that object what? Where it is the shadow indicating what? That part of lights are going what? Absorbed by the some matter. Okay. So that indicate what? Here we have the bright background, dark lines. Okay. Next. So here it is discontinuous spectrum. It is also discontinuous. Both absorption, emission spectra, both are what? Discontinuous spectra. Okay, next. Now come to again emission spectrum has two types. One is line spectrum and there is what? Band spectrum. Here what line spectrum means what? Here it has sharp, distinct and well defined lines. Okay. So if you go for the see here, you can see the sharp and distinct well defined lines you can see in case of line spectrum. But in case of band spectrum, what happened here? Here also we have the lines, but there what it has closed lines. Like what happened? These lines are looking like some band. Okay, so bands means for example rubber band, very thick. Okay, so it's look like what? It has a closed lines. Okay, next. It is due to transition of electrons between energy levels in an atom. Okay, transition means what? Jumping of electron. Simple I will call it jumping. Okay, so what happened? Just now we told electrons from the ground states moving to upper state, from upper to lower state. This is called as what? Transition of electrons. Okay, so it is due to the transition of electrons between the energy levels in atom. Here band spectrum is coming what? Due to vibration and rotation of molecule. You know very well vibration and rotation. Okay, if the molecules undergoing vibration and rotation, so what happens? You are getting the band spectrum. Okay, next. Okay, next we have line spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, now line spectrum of hydrogen. Okay, it's very important. Okay, nothing but what? Transition of electrons in the hydrogen atom. Okay, so we have discussed about the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. So here you can see the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. Okay, here the nucleus. Okay, here we have the first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell, fifth shell. So as we come to know, we have the continuous spectrum, discontinuous spectrum, isn't it? For the discontinuous spectrum, we come to know the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. Okay, we have the hydrogen spectrum is what? Line spectrum, that is discontinuous, and emission. Why? Because I will tell why it is emission. Okay. Now let us discuss first line spectrum of hydrogen atom. Means you are going to get the line spectrum for the hydrogen, not the band spectrum, that also discontinuous and that too emission. We discussed two types, emission spectrum, absorption spectrum. Okay. So we are discussing about the discontinuous line spectrum and that too emission spectrum of hydrogen atom, not the absorption. Okay. So what happened here? So when you are taking the hydrogen gas, okay, so here when energy is supplied to hydrogen atoms, okay, so we are taking some hydrogen gas means you have the so many atoms are there, not the single atom. Okay, so what happened? Different atoms absorb different quantities of energy, and electrons are transferred into different orbits, different upper orbits. It is called excited state. Okay. So what happened? You are going to give the energy for hydrogen atoms. So you are going to heat, or you going to give the energy in other ways. So what happened there? Different atoms absorb different quantities of energy. So here what happened? You are taking the hydrogen gas, means here we have first atom hydrogen, second, third, fourth. We have different atoms are there. Okay, that only hydrogen atoms. So what happened? Each atom taking the different kinds of different amount of energy. For example, okay, for example, 10 people sat in a row for the lunch or dinner. So what happened? Depends on their efficiency. They may take the food. Okay, so a few people takes only 1 or 2 members take only little food, and in remaining people take more amount of food. Means depends on their efficiency, isn't it? So here also atoms absorb different quantities of energy. So what happened? Just already discussed. Once we got the energy, means what happened? The electrons are unstable. So what happened? They are going into upper orbit. Okay. So when electron go into upper orbit, this is called as a what? Excited state. Okay. So what happened? The electrons present in upper orbits are unstable and jumps into different lower orbits by emitting radiations of different wavelengths. Okay. These radiations causes lines in the spectrum of hydrogen. So what happened? Already we discussed. Once electrons got energy, means they are going to upper orbit. From upper orbit having the high energy, electrons are unstable. They want to come down. During the coming to the lower orbit, they are going to emit radiations having the different wavelength. Okay, these are causing the lines in the spectrum. Okay, so what happened here? When electrons jumps into first orbit, so what happened? You are getting the some series of lines. That lines called as a Lyman series. Okay, is obtained and UV light is emitted. Okay, so what happened here? If you see the diagram, okay, so we got the, for what happened for hydrogen atoms we gave some energy, so electron went to, for example, this orbit. This is first orbit, second, third, fourth. We have different orbits. Okay, if the electrons jump to this orbit, okay, so what happened here? The electrons are very unstable. They want to come. So somewhere the electrons are, somewhere from upper orbit, it is coming to the n equal to 1. Okay, first orbit. Okay, so you are getting the some series of lines. This series of lines called as what? Lyman series. Okay, same here. If electron went to upper orbit, and we don't know which orbit, okay, but when it is coming to second orbit, okay, you are getting the some series of lines, that is called as a what? Balmer series. Okay, now same, the electrons went to upper orbit, we don't know the upper orbit, but when it is dropped at the third level, okay, n equal to third orbit, we are getting the some series of lines, that is called as a Paschen series. Okay, when electrons from upper orbit to, if it's come to n equal to fourth orbit, okay, we are getting the some series of lines, that is called as a bracket series. Same here, from the electron from the upper orbit, if it's come to n equal to fifth orbit or fifth shell, that is called as a what? We are getting the some series of line. We are getting the called Pfund series. Okay, now you may get that out. We have only in hydrogen single electron. How we are getting this many lines, isn't it? So just now I told we are taking the hydrogen atoms, not a single hydrogen atom. So atoms means, so many hydrogen atoms are there. Once so many hydrogen atoms are there, means we have so many electrons. So depends on their energy, the electrons are going to different orbits. But when they are going to stop at the particular orbit, okay, we are getting the some series. If it is stop at the n equal to 1 in first orbit, Lyman series. If it stop at the second orbit, Balmer series. If they stop at the third, n equal to third shell, Paschen series. If n equal to 4, bracket n equal to 5, Pfund series. So, yeah, here you can see what happened when electron jumps into first orbit. What happened? You are getting the Lyman series. So what happened here? And UV light is emitted. So what happened? Just now we told the electron is from when you give the energy, it's going to jump from the lower to higher orbit. In higher orbit, having the high energy, electrons are unstable. They want to emit some radiation. So which type of light going to emit? When it's come to n equal to 1, so they are going to emit what? UV light. Now, when electron jumps into second orbit, what? We are getting the Balmer series. Balmer series is obtained and visible light is emitted. Now, next when electron jump to third orbit, Paschen series is obtained and which light is going to emitted? IR light. Okay, these lights are very, very important. Next, when electron jumps into fourth orbit, what happened? Bracket series obtained and IR light is emitted. Same, when electron jumps to fifth orbit, what happened? We are getting the Paschen series, Pfund series. So which light is emitted? IR light. Okay. So next now, famous scientist, what here? Rydberg. Okay. John Rydberg noted that all series of lines in the hydrogen spectrum could be described by the following equation. So what happened? We are talking about the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. Okay. So we are getting the different lines, so there are different radiations. For these radiations, you can calculate the wave number or mu bar by following the equation, that is mu bar equal to 109677 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square in centimeter inverse. Okay, units are very, very important. Why? Because if you take in meter, this value is going to be varying. Okay, so mu bar equal to, you can calculate the, okay, what happened here? The series of lines in hydrogen spectrum could be described the following equation. Simply you can calculate the wave number by using this equation. Now here n1 equal to 1, 2, n2 equal to n1 plus 1, n1 plus 2, n1 plus 3. What is the meaning of this one? Okay, so here we have the different series of lines. Okay, Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, Pfund. Okay, so what happened here? N1 equal to, I am giving the, for Lyman series is 1, Balmer is 2, for Paschen 3, bracket 4, and Pfund is 5. What is these values? Here already we discussed, electron somewhere in the upper orbit, if it's come down to n equal to 1, means here going to stop at the first orbit. So Lyman series, for Lyman series 1, n1 equal to 1. For Balmer, n1 equal to 1, 2, because electron going to stop at the second orbit. For Paschen, n1 equal to 3, because going to stop here. For bracket, n1 equal to 4, because going to stop here. For Pfund series, n1 equal to 5. Why? Because it's going to stop here. Okay, so for Lyman series, n1 means you have to remember default. So in the numerical problems, sometimes they won't mention default, you have to take these values. Bracket means, okay, n1 equal to 4. Now come to n2 means what here? n2 means n1 plus 1. So for here, Lyman series, n1 is how much? 1. So n2 is what? n1 plus 1. So already we saw it's going to emit the spectral region what? Here ultraviolet. Okay. Next one, Balmer series 2. So n2 is what here? n1 plus 2. Okay. So nothing but what? 3. Here region is what? Spectral region visible. For Paschen 3. So n2 is what? n1 plus 3. Because n1 plus 3 here 4. That is region is what? Infrared. For bracket n1 is equal to 4, n2 equal to 5. That is infrared. Here for Pfund also we have the infrared region. n1 equal to what? 5. n2 is equal to 6. Okay. So in the numericals you have to remember these n1 values. Default for Lyman series means n1 equal to 1. They won't mention in the numericals. So default you have to remember, and spectral region also you have to remember. Okay. For Lyman you are getting the spectral region spectral region, how much? What is that one? Which light? Ultraviolet. For Balmer is visible. For Passion bracket P1, we are getting the infrared. Okay. Yeah. Next. Now we saw the value. What is the value? 109677 centimeter inverse. Okay. Is called Rydberg constant for hydrogen atom. That value is a constant. How much that value? Okay, 109677 centimeter inverse. That is called as a what? Rydberg constant. Okay. Now, of all the elements, hydrogen atom has the simplest line spectrum. Okay. Line spectrum becomes more and more complex for heavier atom. What is the meaning of that one? Okay. So as you know very well, hydrogen atom having only one electron. Okay. If one electron going the transition for jumping of electron, or for transition you are getting the lines, this line like a Lyman, Balmer. Okay. So this is the very simplest line spectrum. Okay. We are talking about the simplest line spectrum having only one electron. If you go further, line spectrum becomes more and more complex for heavier atom. For example, if you go for helium having the 2 electrons, so what happened there? So many electron transitions are going there and you are getting the more lines are coming. For example, beryllium, boron. So what happened? Once you increase the atom, heavier atom, Z is increasing and number of electrons are going to be increases. So what happened there? There is a more electronic transitions are going to take place and you are getting the what spectrum become more and more complex. There are certain features which are common to all spectra. So if you come to know, for all line spectra we have some common features. Okay, what are they? First, line spectrum of element is unique. Unique means what? No one have others. Okay, for example, what fingerprints for an individual one, it's a unique. So like that, for example, if you take the line spectrum of hydrogen, same thing you won't get for the helium. Okay, so line spectrum of element is unique. Second one is there is a regularity in the line spectrum of each element. So you will get the proper lines. There will be some regularity. There won't be any randomness. Okay. So there is a regularity in the line spectrum of each element. Okay. Now what we discuss? So we are talking about the what quantized electronic energy levels. In that we come to know what is a spectrum and how many types of spectrums are there. In that we discuss the specially hydrogen spectrum, that is what? Discontinuous line emission spectrum. Okay. Now maybe you come to know the meaning discontinuous. Okay. Why? Because means we are getting some lines. So it's called as a line spectrum and the lines are what? Discontinuous and it's what? Emission spectrum. Why? Because means the electron from the upper orbit going to some emit some energy. So hydrogen spectrum is what? We discussed it, discontinuous line emission spectrum. Okay.